There is one mistake that homeowners commonly make when selecting a solar panel for their solar installation, and it could be costing them upwards of $11,000. And in this video, I'm going to be going over what this mistake is and how you can prevent yourself from being affected by it. Now, I'm sure you found that when it comes to selecting a solar panel for your project, the process can feel overwhelming. There are hundreds of options to choose from, and every company is telling you that a different panel is best for your home for various reasons. And when you, as a novice homeowner, dig into the spec sheets to figure out for yourself which panel is best, you come across all sorts of complex numbers and ratings that you just don't fully understand. They're all important, but there's one number in particular that I would argue matters above all others, yet many homeowners overlook it, costing them tens of thousands of dollars. And that number is the solar panel's annual degradation rate. This rating translates into a warranty referred to as a linear power warranty, which specifies the maximum degradation that you can expect from your solar panel over 25 years. So it ensures that your solar panel will continue to perform at a reliable level throughout their lifespan. You see, like all electrical equipment, solar panels degrade over time. Typically, this degradation falls between 8 and 20% over 20 years, just dependent upon the panel's quality. Now, you'll find this rating on a solar panel spec sheet under linear power warranty or guaranteed power in year 25. For example, if a panel guarantees to retain 90% of its original power output after 25 years, it has a total degradation of 10% over that period. Among all the factors to consider when choosing a solar panel, this is arguably the most important because it directly impacts the total energy that your system will produce over its lifespan. And after all, the main reason that we invest into solar panels is to generate as much electricity as possible over time. And here's something that surprises a lot of people. Solar panels don't just last 25 years. In fact, they can continue working for 50 or even 60 years. And the issue isn't that they suddenly stop working, it's that at a certain point, their power output simply drops to the point which it makes sense to replace them. So let's break this down to see how much of a difference low degradation can make over time and how it could save you tons of money. Imagine I designed two identical solar systems for you. Both used 25 400-watt panels and both produced 10,000 kilowatt hours in the first year. The only difference, System A uses panels with a guaranteed power of 84% at year 25, while System B uses panels with a guaranteed power of 92% at year 25. This means System A has an annual degradation rate of 0.694%, while System B has a much lower rate of 0.332%. Now, the difference might seem small and may even look insignificant to you, but let's zoom out and compare how these two systems will perform over time. I crunched the numbers, and by year 25, System A will have generated roughly 236,800 kilowatt hours, while System B will have produced roughly 244,900 kilowatt hours. So that's already a difference of 8,100 kilowatt hours. But if we extended this out to year 40, the gap becomes even more dramatic. By year 40, System A will have generated roughly 319,100 kilowatt hours, while System B will have produced right around 371,800 kilowatt hours. That's a staggering 52,700 kilowatt hours more than System A. And remember, these systems are identical in every single way. The only difference is a mere 0.362% difference in their annual degradation rates. Now, it's kind of hard to conceptualize what those numbers actually mean, so let's put that extra energy into perspective in terms of savings over time. Because again, that's our primary goal when going solar, to save money by producing electricity from the panels that we own, rather than from buying power from the utility company at whatever gouging rates that they choose to charge. If the electricity otherwise would have cost us 20 cents per kilowatt hour from the grid, then the additional 52,700 kilowatt hours over 40 years translates to $10,540 in savings. And that's a massive difference just from choosing a panel with a lower degradation. And this is not even that large of a system. It's only 25 panels. So for homeowners with higher energy needs who may need 10 kilowatts of solar or more, these savings would be much higher. Now at this point, you might be thinking, well, Jack, obviously solar panel System B must be way more expensive and cancel out the savings over time. And that's a fair assumption, but here's the thing. Choosing a tier 1 high quality solar panel typically costs only around 35 to 40 cents per kilowatt hour more than a lower tier panel with higher degradation. And as we just saw, the additional energy production from a better quality solar panel can easily offset that cost in a relatively short period of time. And from that point forward, it's all extra savings. So here's the bottom line. If you're investing into a solar panel for the long haul, low degradation is one of the most important factors to consider. A tiny difference in the degradation rate might not seem like a big deal at first, but over 40 years, it can mean tens of thousands of extra kilowatt hours and thousands of dollars in savings. That's why when comparing solar panels, I really encourage people not just to move forward with the solar panel system, which has the lowest bid. With other big purchases, that reasoning could make sense, but when it comes to solar, our goal should really be to design a system that maximizes your financial savings over a long period of time, and not just install the cheapest system that you can find on day one, which might perform poorly over its lifespan. Now, why is it that some solar panels degrade faster than others? There's a very technical answer to this, and because of that, there's a lot of misinformation spread by solar manufacturers and sales representatives who sell panels that don't necessarily have the best degradation rates. They might tell you, well, most solar panels use a similar solar cell technology nowadays, so all solar panels will degrade at the similar rate, and the linear power warranty is just the minimum degradation that we're willing to guarantee. They'll also say things like, yeah, the solar panel that I'm selling you, which has a guaranteed power output of only 85% at year 25, will probably only degrade by 8% over 25 years, just like my competitor's panel. We just don't state that in our warranty, and these are complete lies. In reality, there's a few advanced technologies and manufacturing methods that premium panels use, allowing them to degrade at much lower rates than non-premium panels. The first reason is that premium panels utilize heterojunction solar cells, which are LID-free. A heterojunction solar cell combines two different materials, typically crystalline silicon and thin film silicon. Traditional solar cells only use one type of silicon, but heterojunction cells take advantage of the strengths of both. More importantly, heterojunction cells do not suffer from light-induced degradation. In traditional silicon solar cells, exposure to sunlight causes a drop in efficiency over time due to defects in the silicon reacting with oxygen. Heterojunction cells actually avoid this issue by using a different silicon structure that actually prevents these defects from forming. This means they maintain a high efficiency from day one, making them more reliable and long-lasting compared to conventional solar panels. The second reason is that heterojunction solar cells are also PID-free, meaning they don't suffer from potential induced degradation. Potential induced degradation happens in traditional solar panels when voltage differences causes unwanted electrical leakage, reducing efficiency over time. This is often caused by poor materials or how panels interact with the environment, especially in humid conditions. Heterojunction cells can avoid this problem by using a special thin film layer that prevents voltage leaks, ensuring a high long-term production. The last reason, though not true for all panels using heterojunction cells, is that many premium panels incorporate lead-free, highly conductive connections that improve efficiency and longevity. Traditional solar panels use lead-based solder, which can corrode over time and cause power loss. Premium panels replace this with advanced wire-based connections that conduct electricity more efficiently, reduce resistance, and prevent energy loss. These materials also resist rust, oxidation, and damage from temperature fluctuations, reducing the risk of cracks and failures. Because of this, premium panels maintain their efficiency for decades. Plus, they're more eco-friendly since they don't contain toxic lead, but that's another conversation. Now, one thing that I must clarify with warranties is that while they may sound amazing in theory and make you think that you have nothing to worry about over time, there are a couple of caveats that, if not fully understood, could put you in a situation in which the warranty may actually be of no value to you whatsoever. The first thing that you must understand about solar panel warranties is that warranties from the manufacturer are only valid as long as that company is still in business. Again, you may have 20 to 30 year warranties covering manufacturer defects and maximum annual degradation guarantees for your solar panel, but if it comes up that your solar installer identifies that your panel is not performing to its minimum standard and you are entitled to a replacement panel under warranty at no cost, yet that solar panel manufacturer is no longer around, there's nobody that they can call to get that replacement panel, and it's as simple as that. The reality is there are hundreds of solar panel manufacturers out there, all competing for the same market share. And because of this, we see a lot of shady practices, such as big brands entering the space, licensing solar panels that they can white label and then sell under their brand name, or just brand new manufacturers offering ridiculously generous warranties, knowing full well their plan is to stay in business only for a short period of time. They want to make as much money as possible before bailing, without the intention of honoring those warranties long term. It's crucial that you don't just look at the specs of a solar panel and ask yourself which seems best, but you also need to ensure that you're selecting a quality solar panel manufacturer, one that has been in the industry for a long time, preferably 15 plus years, in order to reduce the risk of buying panels from a company that might not be around long enough to stand behind its warranties. And if any of these solar panels interest you and you would like a free personalized 3D design for your home to see which areas on the roof might make the most sense for solar panels, along with maybe which solar panel could be the best option for your home and how many you might need, feel free to book a call with me by using the link below the video. And I'd be happy to speak with you for 15 or 20 minutes about your solar project and then help you get connected to an installer who might be able to offer a great solution for your project. Now, this video will give you a fair idea as far as what to look for when evaluating solar panel options for your house. But if you would like to see me rank, in my opinion, the top 5 best solar panel options for homeowners in 2025, and then explain which use case scenario each panel may serve, make sure you check out my video going to the top 5 best solar panels in 2025, which will pop up on the screen now. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.